This is Tim Willis, and armed only with a copy of OBS, a built-in laptop microphone. This is another video from Nomad Funnel Hacker. So I'm going to be doing another video about the basic functions in the ClickFunnels editor, and our subject today is going to be the border control. I'm starting out with the same funnel I've used for most of these little demonstrations. It's just put together out of native ClickFunnels elements and a few images from my library. So we've got a headline, 2-column row, 3-column row, headline, 2-column row, and a button. And that's going to be well enough for what we need to look at today. So our border control is a very simple thing, but it can be very effective. And we can have borders at the section level. We can have them at the row level. And we can also have them on selected elements such as an image. So let's take a look at the border control. We're going to start with the section level. We'll come down here and we'll turn on our border control. And of course, we have 3 presets in the style guide that we can go with. I'm not going to be using those today. We have the borders control, which has a center button which sets all borders to on or off. And then we have individual controls for each direction, top, bottom, left, right. We also can set the border style as a solid line, a dotted line, or dots. We can set the color, and we can set the stroke size. So let's go ahead and set the stroke size to something ridiculous. We're going to make it 10. Actually, let's make it 20. We're going to make the border a red color. We're going to keep it a solid line. Let's take a look at what happens when we do that. We have this red border around the whole section. Now, if I want to change that and have it just be the top and bottom, I would go back to my border control, turn off the left, turn off the right, and now we just have a border on the top and bottom. If we just wanted this red one between the first section and the second one, we would again go to our border control and turn off the top. And really it is that easy with the border control. I'm going to go ahead on our section and turn the border off, and then we will go to our 2-column row here, and we will turn the border on. Again, we're going to go with our red color. We're going to keep a solid line for right now. We're again going to make it 20, just so you can see things clearly. Once again, we have a border around everything. One of the things you can do is add curved corners to the border by turning on your corner control and then adjusting that. So we'll go ahead and make our corners 10. And let's go ahead and make that 20 just for emphasis. So now you can see that we have rounded corners on our border because we've got the corner control on as well. We're going to turn the corners off now. And then if we wanted to, we could make that dashes. We could make it dots. And we can adjust the stroke size to any size we want it. Let's go ahead and turn off the border on the row. Now as well for our image here, it also is one of the elements that has a border control. And so we turn that on. Once again, we'll go clue this time, just to change it up a bit. And we'll just make this a 10. And you can certainly see that. And then since we've got all edges on there, you can see it there surrounding our square picture, which is perfectly square. And again, if we wanted to, we could add a corner to that and give it some more definition, or rather curved corners. Again, nothing really shocking going on based on what we've already seen before. Let's turn off the border and let's go down here a bit. Now, one of the things you will see a lot of is sometimes text elements will have a border around them. So if we look at our headline element here, we can see that there's no border control for headline, and the same will be true for the subheadline. So if you have a border around text, it has to be part of the row, and we have a one-column row that contains both the headline and the subheadline. So we want to go to the row, and then turn on the border. Again, we will make this the red color this time. We'll give it a stroke of 10. We'll go ahead and add a corner of 10 pixels. And then this is where you will generally see sometimes a solid line, but more likely you'll see dashes. And you've probably seen this a lot on web pages. And then as well, we could make that dots. That's a little less common, but you could do it that way. So that's another way you can use the border control, do that sort of effect. But other than that, that's pretty much for the border control in ClickFunnels. It's a simple tool to use. It can be effective to use visually, as long as you don't overuse it. That's one of the tools we have in the arsenal to add some life to our design and some variety. And so that's it for this video. My name is Tim Willis. I'm a certified ClickFunnels funnel builder. I make tutorial and demonstration videos on ClickFunnels, sales funnel building, web page design, and all the tools that we use to accomplish all the above. That's the video for now. I will talk to you later.